You are watching NetSoft IT Academy. 905-812-2923. info@netsoftacademy.com. www.netsoftacademy.com.
So now let's start with the next lab. We are going to be creating a new virtual machine, and this one will be our second Exchange server. So next, we are not changing the steps again. We are just doing the same steps. Windows Server 2025. This will be NITA EXCH 02. Location under Exchange Labs, new folder, NITA EXCH 02. Okay, next. Oh, make sure that it is BIOS, it is not UEFI. Next. Now again here, we're going to add to one more core per processor. So 2 cores, 1 processor, 2 cores. Next. We're going to give this 8 GB of RAM. Next, SCSI, next, store it as a virtual disk. Now, in my case, I don't have enough storage space to give it, but you should be having it. So it would work for you. Next, finish. Now, once this is done, I'm going to mount the Windows Server 2025 ISO on this Exchange machine, and then we'll just start the installation process. This is under Labs, ISOs, Windows Server 2025 right here. Okay. Power on this virtual machine. Now, the best part about this is the installation is the same. We don't have to worry too much about it. The installation remains the same. So I'll wait for the installer to start up. All right. So the installer is up. Next. Install Windows Server. I agree everything will be deleted, including files, apps, and settings. Now, again, it's a virtual machine, so I'm not really concerned about anything else here. Data center, desktop experience, next. Accept. And once this is done, it will start looking for a disk. We have the 100 GB of unallocated space that we had earlier. Next. And then it will ask us to install, and we start the installation process. Now I'll wait for the installer to complete. Once the installation is done, we'll set up the password. We will rename the machine. We will install the VMware Tools. We will change the IP address, domain join the machine, and then we will start with the other prerequisite installations for Exchange after this. So I'll wait for this machine to complete its installation, and then take a look at it, what to do next. Okay, so my virtual machine has installed. I'm going to set up the password as password 1350 here. I'm going to finish this, then sign in to the machine as it loads up here. Sign into the machine. Now, remember that I just am doing a few things a little bit differently than what would be normal, quite frankly, because it makes, for me personally, that makes the most amount of logical sense. Now, you don't have to follow these exact same things all over. The point is that as long as you know that every step has a certain meaning, we are doing certain things because of certain things, and you also need to realize that in case you miss one step somewhere, it will be a huge effect, but it will not show up right away. It will show up literally towards the end, like 10, 15, 20 labs later. That happens a lot. So all of these labs are interconnected with each other. So you would have to make sure that you're doing everything by the book properly. So make sure that you're following along as closely to the book as possible. All right, so first things first, now this is loading here. I'm going to change the name of the machine. Now, I've already shown you the multiple ways that I can change the name of the machine. So I'm going to go with the way that is the easiest for me. Server manager, local server, computer name. Now, remember, none of these methods are wrong. None of these methods are wrong. It's just one is much more convenient than the other. So this is NITA EXCH 02. Okay. Now, while this is happening on the top, I'm going to, and yeah, this is going to happen to you, that you have too many virtual machines all running at the same time, and you would be confused as to what exactly is happening. So don't worry too much about it. It's a small thing, and It's a small price to pay. Install VMware Tools. You can just move this here. I'm going to install VMware Tools and then I'll restart the machine. I'll not restart the machine right now. And if I really felt a little bit more ambitious, which I do right now, I would also change the IP address while I'm at it. Because I have it loaded up right here. So it makes more sense to even change the IP address. So when I start, I'm just starting right away with just domain joining and then doing it. Now, however, there is always going to be this one challenge that I cannot do everything at the same time. I'll have to restart it twice or even thrice in some cases. So 172.16.10.40. Oh, 3 255s. 172.16.10.1 and 172.16.10.10, right? It's 10.10. No. We don't want it to connect to nita.local domain controller. We want it to connect to netsoftakademy.com domain controller. So 10.20. Okay, done. Now the only thing I'm waiting for right now is, oh, and I ended up accidentally starting the Edge browser. It's okay. It's not a problem. But I'm going to run the setup for Exchange server, oh sorry, not Exchange server, VMware Tools. After saying Exchange servers for half a dozen times, your mind suddenly brings up Exchange server at every random moment. I don't know if that happens with people all over the world, but it happens with me a lot. I'm going to just go with a normal installation, not change anything drastically here. And as soon as this is done, I'll click on the yes option for restart. And once it restarts, then we will domain join this machine. Oh, and yes, we could have also turned off the firewall. We could have done all these other things because those don't really affect the active working. But I'm going to finish here. I'm going to restart. Once it is back, we will install the Google Chrome. We'll install the Google Chrome browser, and we'll stop the firewall, and we'll also change the time zone. And then domain join. So a few other tasks, so few other minor tasks to make sure everything is working. Yes, speaking of time zone, one thing that you need to make sure again is on your domain controller, on your Nita ADDS01, it is a good idea to check your time settings. Because if there is a mismatch between your Exchange server and your ADDS, it could lead to new issues which we want to avoid. So this one will all be again UTC -5. Eastern US time. Yes. All right. This is perfect. So now I can then log in here. And the reason for that is, by the way, the reason why I had to go back and change the time zone was because of the PDC emulator, the primary domain controller emulator that acts as the time source for your entire domain. If that is showing a different time and your machine is showing a different time and you want to connect them, it could cause a synchronization issue. We want to avoid that. All right, so this is good. The machine has restarted. On the local server, you can see all of these things here. I'm going to click on Tools, Windows Defender Firewall with Advanced Security. Now, again, like I said earlier, because I have glasses, because I have a little bit of a difficulty or I have a dislike of working with a little bit too fine text. I don't like straining my eyes. I'm going to increase the resolution of my screen and I'm going to turn every firewall state to off. Remember, you need to turn off every firewall state to off. Click on OK. Then I'll right click on the virtual machine, click on Settings. Under CD/DVD SATA, I'll click on Browse. And under Miscellaneous, now I have it under Miscellaneous for me. So I have the apps.iso file here. I'm installing the Google Chrome browser. I'm installing the Google Chrome browser so that I can have access to my Google Chrome browser or a different browser for what I need on my terms here. I open the folder. Google Chrome is here. I'm going to run the last one, the 109.0.5414.120. That is the latest or the last updated edition of the Google Chrome browser here. So you can see the Google Chrome browser is starting to install. I'll wait for it to complete installation. And once it is installed, then we will domain join this server. All right, so the browser is installed. That's perfect. I go to the server manager. I click on local server. Now I'm always in local server. I click on work group here. Click on change domain netsoftakademy.com. Administrator at netsoftakademy.com and password 1350. Okay. Now there could be a reason for that. That could be that I did not get the name correct or I got the password wrong. Either one of those could be the reason why my domain join would have failed. Administrator password 1350. Oh yeah. And you see, it was a typo on my end. So I'm going to restart the machine here. And this is also the end of lab number 38, where we very quickly created our virtual machine, installed all the necessary features on it, renamed the machine, and then we domain joined the machine to our new domain controller. And that is the end here. Now, in the next lab onwards, we will be starting with Exchange Server prerequisites, and then we'll be moving on to Exchange Server installation and all those things. So please stay tuned. Make sure that you are documenting everything that you're doing. Take screenshots wherever possible. If you have any questions, make sure to pause, look at the notes, look at the lab properly. And in case you have a question, please feel free to reach out. That is always going to be a thing. You can always reach out to us. So keep that in mind, and I'll see you in the next lab. Thank you.
Thank you for watching NetSoft IT Academy. 905-812-2923. info@netsoftakademy.com. www.netsoftakademy.com.